Hello folks, this is Steve here and getting ready to do a review of the book that I just read. The book is called Lolita. It is written by Vladimir Nabokov. I think I said that last name correctly. If I didn't, oh well. Anyway, Lolita is considered by many people to be one of the greatest masterpieces of fiction of the 20th century. Now, Vladimir Nabokov was a very, very intelligent, very well educated writer. He was born and raised in Russia. He later came to the United States. He wrote many, many books, and he even wrote the screenplay for Lolita that turned into a movie. Actually, there was two movies about the book. I saw the one that, the second one, it was in 1997, I believe, when it came out. The movie was good, very good. I enjoyed it, but of course it didn't stick to the script, not to the way the book is. For example, Lolita in the book is 12 years old. The actress that played, the character in the movie was 17 years old, and I think the actress that played her probably was 16, 17, something like that. But anyway, Lolita is a story about a man who I think was 36 or 37 years old in the book, fell in love with the girl 12 years old. And her name was Dolores Hayes, sometimes called Dolly, sometimes called Lo. Their protagonist and the narrator was named Humbert Humbert. Very strange name. He was a very strange man and definitely a pedophile. But the story is meant to entertain, of course, like any novel is. If you can read the book without judging the narrator, the protagonist, Humbert Humbert, then you can have a good read. It's comical at times. There's a lot of big words, so you might want to learn some new words while you read it. But you don't have to look up all those words to enjoy it. It's an interesting story. Humbert Humbert, like I said, falls in love or falls in lust, whichever way you want to put it, with Lolita. But at the same time, while he's falling in love with her, her mother, Charlotte, was falling in love with Humbert. Now, Humbert was a boarder in their home. He rented a room there. Now, Charlotte, Mrs. Hayes, told Humbert that she was in love with him and she wanted to marry him. And if that wasn't acceptable, then he would have to move. Well, he didn't want to move to get away from his Lolita, so he agreed to marry Charlotte. But secretly, he was in love with 12-year-old Lolita. Well, he married Charlotte while Lolita was away at summer camp for a few weeks. But before the child got back from summer camp, Charlotte was killed, run over by a car out in front of her home as she was going to the mailbox. Well, this was actually okay with Humbert. It gave him a way to be with Lolita alone. He was, after all, now her stepfather, and so it was acceptable for him to continue to raise her, and he did. But in the meantime, there was a lot of things going on that shouldn't have been going on. Now, this is not a pornographic story. It is not written in lewd language. Like I said, it is a masterpiece. It is a great read. I highly recommend it, but certainly not for children, even though it does not have any graphic sex or anything like that. The content is adult in nature. But if you read the book, like I say, without passing judgment, I think you will find it to be very, very interesting. It has, I think, around 300 pages. Very, very good read. He spends a lot of time explaining things in great detail, and the characters and the places they travel to. And they do a lot of traveling, just Humbert and Lolita, as he wants to get her away from other people that she knows, basically is what he's doing. And he's kind of afraid the law is going to catch up to him also. After all, he is a pedophile. But anyway, in the end, Lolita gets away from him and she gets married. And this breaks the heart of poor Humbert. Now, I'm not trying to get you to sympathize with him. I'm just saying the way he tells it, he was kind of a victim, and it's a very sad thing that happens to him after that. Well, you may say, well, it's justice. Maybe it is. And I don't want to spoil the book if you haven't read it, so I'm not going to tell you how it ends. But I do think it's worth considering. You can find other reviews about it on YouTube. You can find a lot of reviews on, just Google it. But the book is good. The book is good. It's available probably at your public library, or I'm sure you can order it online. I even watched the movie for free on YouTube if you want to go that route also. But I still think you should enjoy reading the book, and I think you will enjoy it if you can do it with an open mind. So anyway, there's my book review of Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. Thank you. Have a great day.